What's good, y'all? Master Yoshi here, bringing y'all another Real Talk Thursday. This is episode number 5. And today we're talking about responsibility. Roll the intro. What's good, y'all? So I don't want to just talk about responsibility in the traditional sense. You know, if you mess up, you take responsibility for it. Yeah, that's cool and all, and that's what you're supposed to do. But let's take it a step above. What if something ain't necessarily your fault? Why not try to take responsibility for it anyways? Now, in my opinion, this is pretty important when it comes to even the simplest things like communication. So let's break down communication real quick. Of course, there's usually just the two parties, and that's the simplest way to look at it. The one who is sending the message and the one who is receiving the message. Now, of course, the one receiving the message can be more than one. But you get the point. There's the one sending the message and those receiving the message. Now, let's say the message is lost or corrupted somehow, and the receiver of the said message doesn't understand something's lost in translation. They don't get the point. Now, as a communicator, sometimes it can be easy to blame the receiver and say, "Oh no, you didn't understand what I said. You're not understanding what I'm saying." And then you can go even further and blame them that they don't have a level of understanding that would allow them to understand what you're saying. You could even imply that that person isn't intelligent enough to understand what you're saying. But why do that? Why not look at yourself as the communicator, the message sender, and say, okay, what can I do? It is my fault that they aren't receiving my message as intended. What am I doing to confuse them? How can I not confuse them? How can I reword my message better to ensure that it is received the way I want it to be received? To me, communication is very important. Your words have meaning, and you gotta mean what you say. So you always have to be careful with what you say. Some people will say, people are just soft. You shouldn't have to watch what you say. Well, why not watch what you say? Why not try your best to make sure that what you said is what you meant, and you leave any room for interpretation out for somebody to jack up your message? Kevin Hart is a great example of this. Remember how they were trying to cancel Kevin Hart because he was saying some homophobic stuff and he wasn't taking nothing back? Later on, he came out and apologized, and then even in some I think it was some Netflix docuseries or something, he explained where he was coming from. Where he was coming from, it was misinterpreted. People weren't receiving it the way he was saying it. I've talked about arrogance before in my Real Talk Thursdays, and that's kind of what plays into it. We can be so arrogant to not look at how we said something and try to change it. We can be so arrogant that even if what we did is wrong, we'll hold on to it. So I'm talking about responsibility today because I try to do it with a lot of things. And communication is one of the biggest. Now, as some of y'all know, I'm in this Facebook group of CBR owners. And from what I'm learning, out of all the social medias, Facebook will be the most critical. If you don't want your feelings hurt, don't post nothing on Facebook. So anyways, I posted some little clip foreshadowing me avoiding hitting somebody. Before the video starts, what
at 43 miles per hour, an SUV pulls out in front of me. Distracted by vlogger, do I have enough time to evade, or am I cruising for a bruising? Find out in the next vlog from Master Yoshi.
I thought it was very evident the reason in which I posted it, but it wasn't. I posted it, first comment on there, somebody says, stupid vid. Now, of course, I have a choice here. I could either be offended, or I could just roll with it and find out why he thought it was stupid. Now, as somebody who creates content, I am open to all types of feedback, good, bad, or in between. So this is some bad feedback I'm getting right here. Dude's calling my shit stupid. So I asked him, why is it stupid? He said it makes absolutely no sense. You just posted this little clip, maybe show something a little longer. So I'm like, okay, I thought this was pretty obvious that this was me doing some foreshadowing. I even threw on the Dragon Ball Z song, and I even said, stay tuned for the next episode. Like, I thought it was very evident what that was, but it wasn't. So I'm not gonna be mad at old boy for thinking the video was stupid, because to him, that's all it was. So I ain't gonna be upset or nothing or take offense, because the dude was reacting based off of what he knew. A lot of people on that page don't know that I run a YouTube channel and that I'm posting content frequently. So I understand how that can just be like, why is this random video up here with no context, no nothing? So I take responsibility for it. My bad, I didn't let y'all know enough what this video was for. And here's the caption I even put on it. So yes, I take full responsibility for it. Now the benefit of me taking responsibility for this is I don't feel no type of way about it. I'm not upset that he called it stupid. I ain't all in my feelings about nothing. I'm good to go. It is what it is. I feel like in any situation where some sort of conflict can arise, it's always best to try to take responsibility. Because, one, it'll de-escalate situations if you ain't playing the blame game. That's number one. Number two, you can actually learn to be better the next time. So the next time I post anything in this Facebook group, I'm definitely going to provide a little bit more information. Because people was all on my ass in this post. So now in this little clip that I posted, you know, some would say it's a close call, some won't. But had something happened, had I locked up my front wheel and went down, had they stopped in the middle of the road and I collided with them, I would have taken full responsibility for it. Not financial. Hold on, man. Let me not say full. You know, if an accident did happen and they could be found at fault, I would definitely let them be found at fault. But I would take responsibility internally because I could have, I could have been paying more attention than vlogging. I could B, have both hands on my handlebars. I could C, practice sudden braking a lot more often. There's so many things that I could do to have avoided the situation. Now I did avoid the situation, but that's because of the things that I do. So if you blame everybody for everything, how are you allowing yourself to grow? How are you allowing yourself to progress? If I rode around with the mentality, or if I rode around and blamed them for that, just blaming stupid drivers, when am I going to take any personal responsibility and make myself a better defensive rider? It's known that people pull out on bikers all the time. So why not equip yourself to the best of your abilities? I don't fault that lady at all. Because when I was coming up to that intersection, there's a trash can right there. I have a slim profile on a motorcycle. Had I been a truck or something, or even a car, she probably would have seen the car peeking around the trash can. But yep, take responsibility, people. I feel like it's the best way to go through this life, taking responsibility. It'll help you see things from a different scope. It'll help you better prepare yourself if you're ever in that situation of conflict again. Because it's not about being right. It's about resolving conflict. But yeah, I think that'll about wrap up Real Talk Thursday, man. I thank y'all for tuning in. Take responsibility in any situation that you can. That's all I got for y'all, man. Thank y'all again. Y'all stay blessed. Don't be too stressed. Master Yoshi out.